All right. Now we're working. Now we're cooking with gas, kids. Let's see. You guys can hear me okay, right? Voice is okay. It sounds DJ-ish through the thing. It's funny, ever since I hooked up this equalizer and new microphone and all that, I keep getting warnings like from YouTube that my audio bit rate isn't high enough, but I don't know what that nonsense is. If you guys have any trouble hearing me or if my audio goes out, just let me know. You guys let me know anyway. So, what's up, guys? Chris, Chef Sports Cards here. How are we this evening? Starting another fun week. Well, really, we're not because we did Tuesday. So, that would be a lie. So, okay, that'd be the last lie I tell tonight. I forgot about Tuesday. Although those cards are out and on their way. So, but anyway, welcome to a fun Thursday night. Welcome. Especially if you're new to the channel, welcome. A little bit about us. We've been around for 5 years now. Break mostly baseball, a little bit of everything else mixed in. We ship all cards in every break. We're very generous with the top loading. We ship as quickly as we can. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, subscribe to the channel. We do free breaks. We're about to do one, I promise. Next week, I'm planning on doing the random. And then we'll start verifying everybody, and then we'll do the break a week or so after that. So if you want a chance to try and get into this free break coming up, all you got to do is publicly subscribe to the channel, and your name will go on the random. Who knows? Maybe you get lucky and grab a spot. Otherwise, if you don't subscribe, you don't get a shot at free cards. I mean, come on. How obvious is that? Also, the website. Go to the website, please. chefsportscards.com. We got Chrome Breaks over there. We got Jersey Fusion. We got Series 2. We got Bowman. Head on over there. Grab a couple spots. Do your chef a solid. Yeah, that's it. All right. chefsportscards.com. All right. Let's go over the teams. D-backs, Robert H. Braves, Keith L. Red Sox, Rich L. Cubs, Robert H. White Sox, Kevin D. Reds and Guardians, Robert H. Tigers, Kevin D. Royals, if I can read my handwriting, Dodgers, Roger M. Brewers, John T. And Twins, Chris F. Marlins, Kevin D. Mets, Phil S. Yankees, Matt M. A's, William B. Phillies, Lori P. Pirates, Benjamin B. Cardinals, Donnie D. Padres, Andrew T. Mariners and Rays and Rangers, Jake B. Blue Jays, Philip S. And Nationals, Stephen L. Chris, Rich, what's going on, boys? Philly card shows this weekend, so if anybody's going to that, we'll be out there on Saturday, maybe Sunday, who knows? Also, I wanted to put it out there again. I mean, I know I've talked about this a few times already, but as far as Topps Chrome goes, we are getting the silver packs for all the breaks that we've done and all the breaks we were doing. I would have stopped the breaks until we got them, but I already had a bunch posted. But if you're thinking about getting into a Topps Chrome break, we are going to have the silver packs, and when I get them, I'm going to break them as a part of the breaks you guys are in. So, like, if you buy Kansas City in a break, when we get the silver packs, and you still have Kansas City. So if you hit a Bobby Witt, you hit a Bobby Witt, that type of thing. So, so hopefully they'll be in sooner than later. That's the only thing. Nobody has any concrete numbers as to when they're coming in, but they are supposedly coming. So we will get those out to you. So if you're thinking about, and the reason I bring this up is because honestly, not that Chrome's doing that bad. It's doing better now that Shane Baz Generation Now rookie, now that they announced the silver packs. But honestly, right now is a great time to buy into some of those big teams. Are going way cheaper than they're going to when the silver packs start showing up. At the Oaks Convention Center, it's outside of Philadelphia. Some people call it the Philly Show. It's also called the East Coast Card Show. It's a big one, though. Tucker Barnhart, 749 of 2022 for Detroit. Kevin D. I can tell you, in my experience, only the National is a bigger show than the Philly show that I've ever been to. I mean, there may be bigger shows somewhere else, but it is a very big show. They used to do it at the Valley Forge Convention Center, which is in the Valley Forge Casino, but it's gotten so big that now they've moved it to the Oaks Convention Center, which is a big convention center. Like, you know, they do all the majors there. So, and I saw the floor plan. It is going to be rather large, much larger than it has been in the past. So, yes, they say they should ship, but, you know. Topps Fire was supposed to ship already too, and they still haven't. Plus, they canceled half my order. Altuve All-Star. Speaking of which, Rich, have you gotten your Topps Fire from Target yet? I know you said you ordered a box, right, of a hobby box. I'm just curious because Fire from Topps was supposed to ship last week, and it hasn't yet. And then today they canceled half my order and said they oversold it. So we had a case coming in. Now I've only got like 6 boxes coming in, which sucks. And of course, I didn't buy any on Target because I got them at Topps and said, it's okay. I have a case coming from Topps. So it's real convenient that they cancel the order 5 weeks after I paid for it. Like, God forbid I call them up and go, could I get interest on that money that you held for 5 weeks? You know, like, geez. How did it take you this long to figure out that you oversold it? Sounds like a bullshit to me. Ocean City, New Jersey, back in the day, yeah. Fire from Target shipped today. Okay, that's interesting because I have a feeling, although I didn't look at it this evening, I have a feeling it might have shipped from Topps today because they canceled the other half of the order today. Stanton Home Run Challenge. So, and that's why I was interested in. I knew Rich bought one from Target because he sent me the link, and I went there and I was like, maybe I should buy some. I was like, don't worry about it. I got a whole case coming from Topps. Well, let me see how that went. So, for the Yankees. Looking for that Witt auto. All right, man. Let's see if we can find it. We've found many of them. We've pulled 6 or 7 out of Series 2. So we've certainly seen plenty of them. Maybe we'll see another one tonight. This is the last boxes of this case. And I was telling you guys last week, I bought a case of blasters because everyone was talking about blasters having short prints in them. So we have a couple blaster breaks this weekend of Series 2, if you're interested. I just got a fresh case of them in. Scherzer All-Star. Said you're shipped. Yeah, I have to go back and check. I have a feeling that mine supposedly shipped from Topps today, too. But I got to double check. I was just so pissed that they canceled half that order. I knew. I had a feeling, too, in the back of my mind, like, maybe I should order some from Target. But, what are you going to do? Topps is just screwing everyone these days. Oh, you got one too, Chris? Okay, because I know like blasters had already shipped, but the hobbies is what Uriah's generation now is what they were looking for. So, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? See, this is the Topps crap that happens. Like, you can get upset with Topps, but they have no customer service. Their customer service sucks because their whole feeling is, okay, go ahead and buy it from someone else, because there's no one else to buy it from. Not licensed and all that stuff. So, like, they don't have to have good customer service because they don't feel they need to. Which, just like this whole Chrome incident, I mean, look, if Topps really cared about their customers, they would have made that announcement before release date. They knew those cards weren't in that package, And, I mean, we talked about this earlier in the week, but I actually think everybody who's bought the more expensive teams in Topps now is in a much better position to find those cards through these silver packs, because the regular photo variation in Chrome is 1 in every 27 box for hobby. So that's over 2 cases per one. So let's hypothetically say the rookies are at the same level. They might even be more rare than that. But now that they're putting them in these silver packs, I have a feeling they're going to be a lot easier to find. Nick Fortes, a rookie for Miami. So even though everybody went through this and it was a crappy thing for Topps to do, I think the people who have and are buying those teams are going to make out in the end. They're just going to have to wait a little bit. So, bunch of blasters. You put a Julio, nice, out of a blaster when they first came out. I bought a bunch of blasters since, and nothing else has come out of them. So I guess you never know. Yeah. Well, look, the beauty of blasters is it's a cheap break. It's a fun break. And if they're sticking short prints in there, then why not give it a shot, you know? I mean, we've pulled a lot of short prints. The only one that's been really hard for us is Bobby Witt. We've only pulled one. We've pulled a bunch of Julios. We've pulled O'Neill Cruz. We've pulled Torkelson, you know, out of Series 2. But Bobby, it's weird. It was kind of the opposite. We couldn't find Bobby with short print, but we were finding a ton of his autos. So Joe Morgan die cut. So we talked about this well, Chris and I have talked about it a bunch. We've opened a lot of Series 2. The odd thing is we haven't found any of the, like, acetates or anything like that, you know? O'Neill Cruz, which is a little frustrating, yeah. Or like one of the sketch cards or, you know, something that's oddities. But Alex Dickerson to 2022 for the Giants. And those odds are long, I get it, but... You know, you open 15 or 20 cases of something, you'd like to hit them, you know. Fanatic short print? No, I haven't seen the Fanatic short print. You mean like the mascot head short print? Those are the ultra short prints. We haven't pulled any of those, no, unfortunately. That would be nice. The last ultra short print we pulled was Vladdy in Series 1 last year. It was like 1 in 80,000 packs. Those things are really tough to pull. That's a tough one. Will Clark, All-Star. But you never know. You never know. Yeah, that's the Jake, that's the last time we pulled an ultra short print. We haven't found any ultras out of here. We've only had a couple super short prints out of here. The Devers and someone else. But, I mean, most of them have been the base short print. Tariq Skubal, Future Stars, number to 199, 50 of 199 for Detroit. Kevin? Yeah, that's the famous mascot ultra short print, the one where that guy, like, tried to steal the one from them. Did he ever come back on Card Fans or something like that? Somebody told me he was about to do his first break since that whole incident. I don't know if he started back up again. I still wonder if that was just a legitimate mistake on his part or not. I don't know. Yeah, Raymond would be nice today. That's for sure. I would love to pull you on, my friend. You never know. You never know. Always just one card away, right? Hey, talk to the card gods. They listen sometimes. Stanton Sweet Shades. And sometimes they don't. They're usually ignorant, but, you know, every once in a while they hear what you say. Oh, he did one yesterday? Were people there? Was anyone giving him any problems or anything? Did you watch it at all? I mean, I don't know how big that dude is. I don't know who he is. So, I mean, I saw his channel. He had some subscribers and stuff. He's obviously been breaking for a little while. But I still found that I watched it and still couldn't grasp whether he was making like a legitimate I don't know what the hell this is, or if he was just trying to play dumb and get away with a $2,000 card. Vladdy, 35th. I'm really lucky and pulled the O'Neill Cruz super short print out of 3 random hobby packs. Oh, wow, that is lucky, man. It's a nice hit. Congrats. Especially now. Jeez. For San Francisco, Mikey Yastrzemski, relic, 35th relic for the Gents. 2 players just to see if you mentioned it. He didn't. Oh, he didn't. I don't know. Like, see, the whole thing to me in that situation that was weird is even if he legitimately didn't know, and I don't take a side in this either way because, like I said, I don't know the guy, and I could see if he didn't know it, it could be legitimately confusing. Ryan Mountcastle, rookie, a cup rainbow for the Orioles. Like if he legitimately didn't know, that card could be confusing for someone, but if you're an experienced breaker and know what you're doing, you still wouldn't mention the fact that, oh, I'm keeping this card. You just go, oh, wow, man. Oh, this looks awesome. What is this? Oh, wait, I got to look this up. You know what I mean? Like, there's a way to play that whole thing, that makes people kind of go, well, he might not know what the hell he's talking about, but, it's going to go to someone. Plus, just the fact that it's a Rays card, somebody owns the Rays, Like, that's their card. What does it matter what's on it, But I don't know. Oh, speaking of short prints, there is a Shane Baz, a rookie short print for Tampa. That's not a bad one. That is the base there. That I don't think we've pulled that one before. So here's the weird thing with this case. I'm interested in these 4 boxes. We only found one short print in the rest of this case so far. This is number 2. And we're, 9 boxes into the case now. So I'm hoping we have, a few short prints tonight. To find a set of dishes for your mom. What, like a specific set of dishes, Chris? Or just a set of dishes? Like, is it something from when, like, you were a kid or your mom used to have or something like that? That's kind of cool. All right. I forgot. Hold on. My chair's all screwy. I feel like I'm sitting 10 feet away from the desk. All right. Let me ask you. You guys can hear me okay now, right? It's very weird when you wear. I never wore headphones before I put this system in. I always just talk. And when you're monitoring what you're saying, like if the microphone's not right in front of your face, it's like you question if people can actually hear you. Oh, set your grandmother had. That's cool, dude. Your mom will probably like that, man. See, that's a thoughtful son right there. Yeah. Okay. I'm still trying to get used to it, because I have this crappy voice from my disease, and it goes bad on me so often that I figured 5 years of you guys listening to my horrible voice, maybe I can put in the equalizer and try and fix it. I don't know if it is. I just sound a little more hot 99 now. A Rosarena generation now. Dwayne, what's up, buddy? How you doing? All right, so we got Chrome Jumbos coming up tonight. We got Chrome Jumbos all weekend. Like I said, we got a couple of the Blaster Series 2 this weekend. And some mega boxes on Saturday night. Mega boxes. And of course, gentlemen, ladies, friends, family, countrymen, there's always the website. We got stuff on the website. Cheap stuff on the website. Giveaway boxes with every break. It's almost impossible to resist. Nice. Thanks, Dwayne. I appreciate it, buddy. You got a new hat and hoodie while you're out looking for dishes? That sounds about right. There's an Ichiro die cut. I'd love to find one of these like severely low numbers. This die cuts are gorgeous. I think we've had one or two numbered to like 299. So what made you, Chris, let me ask, what made you want to go on this quest? I mean, why did your mother mention something about it, or you just, like I said, trying to be a good son? Here we go again. Another short print. Lindor this time. Told you. See, we only had one until these four boxes. So, for the Metropolitans, Phil. There you go, buddy. We've pulled this one a couple times. It's a good and I'm hoping my wife tells me to get the other. Yep. Yeah, we got two cases of Prism coming in. Yep. Yeah, next week Prism baseball and pro debut, which I always love pro debut. It's fun. Again, not a crazy expensive break, but you can get some good names in pro debut. Karen. Yeah, we got. That's the thing. I have to go back and check. I'm not sure if I have hobbies or jumbos of pro debut coming in. So now, what's weird with pro debut? I'm sure most of you know it's the minor league stuff, but I mean, you got a ton of big names in there. Um, oh, what do we got here? What do we have here? Oh, that's cool, man. Willie Mays for the Giants. And we haven't had one of these in a while. All Star alumni card. I mean, it's a manufactured relic, but still kind of cool. It's hard to read what All Star game is from. 61 MLB All Star game. Willie Mays. Very cool card. Um, so the jumbos actually have less autographs than the hobbies, but they have the chrome cards in the pro debut jumbo. They have some chrome. I forget how many they're in there, but like so jumbo pro debut boxes have three autographs, but hobbies have four autographs, but no chrome cards. So I want to say I think we have a case of hobbies coming in and a few boxes of jumbo, but honestly, I ordered them like 6 months ago and I can't remember. I have to go look it up. But either way, I'm hoping we'll have them for the weekend next week. They're supposed to come out on Friday. Marcos Diplon rookie rainbow. I hate Friday releases. They drive me crazy. Anyone watch the movie called The Royals with Willie Mays? I don't think I've ever seen that, Dwayne. Never heard of it. You know what I watched today by accident? So I'm sure a lot of you guys, did you see the Eli Manning walk on thing at Penn State where he walked on and he was in full makeup as Chad, whatever his name was. It was pretty good. If you haven't seen it, you should go check it out. Man, he can still sling it. I'll tell you that. I was impressed, man. I was never an Eli fan because I live in Philadelphia, so you know Giants are boo. Um, but I'll tell you what, he still looked pretty good out there. But it's really good. But I had it on at work, and I was crazy busy catering this morning, and it rolled over into this Griffey documentary from years ago that I had never seen. Man, it was interesting as hell, man. Griffey was amazing. Tatis. I mean, I of course remember him playing back in the 80s and 90s and stuff, but they were showing like this footage of him when he was in high school, and they said like when he was a junior in high school, they would go to games and there'd be more scouts than fans at the game. But then by his senior year, there was only one or two scouts there because everyone knew he was going first or second. There's a Jordan to 2022 for Houston, for Rich. And they said that he used to hit the ball so far in high school that they would have guys in the outfield beyond the fence with tape measures to measure the length of his hits. And he was hitting like 380, 400 in high school. Insane. Oh my gosh. It was crazy. A J Rod out of this. Have we? I don't think so. We pulled J Rod short prints, but I don't think we pulled in J Rod auto. A lot of Bobby Witt autos. That's what we've pulled a bunch of. We pulled in O'Neill Cruz auto once, but no, I don't think we've had a J Rod auto. I don't know. I got to be honest. Especially with the way releases have been this summer, being so few and far between. Look, Series Two has been good to us. It's an inexpensive break where there's a very good high side to it. You know, if you find the short prints and stuff, so it's worth doing. But because we're missing all those normal summer releases this year, you know, the Out and Ginters and Archives and whatever stadium clubs and all those, we've done a lot. And when you do as much as we've done, they kind of start to run together after a while. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what the name of that Elvis Peguero, a rookie rainbow, and Acuna Sweet Cheeks. I'm trying to remember what the name of that documentary was. I was so busy at the time, but I listened to the whole thing, and it was really interesting. Yeah, Dwayne, I will check it out. I'll look for it, buddy. Cutter Crawford. Now, that kid sounds like a baseball player. There's some names that, got the St. Joe's cheerleaders at the Phillies game. That it's weird. O'Neill Cruz rookie. Kutch All Star. Walker Bueller, Generation Now. And to 300, Andres Jimenez for the Guardians on the stats parallel. For Robert. So is Judge going to do it or what? Is he going to break? He's got, what, two more to break Maris's record for the AL? Oh, my God. Did anybody see it? His card sold for 180 grand the other night. Cedric Mullins. God, you talk about one that just kicked myself. I was upset enough over when I sold his cards the first time around. Now I'm really upset. I mean, I have some rookies and stuff is, but not the autos anymore that I used to have. Oh gosh, somebody, I think it was a red first auto they sold for 180 grand the other night. Insanity, my friends, insanity. No, no home field advantage has been pulled yet. Kershaw. But that doesn't really mean much, to be honest with you. They haven't really been case hittish. Matt Olson, home run challenge. Box number 3. We did pull a silver pack auto the other night, though. Finally, that was that was shocking when that came out. Who knows? Maybe we'll get on a run now. Find a bunch of them. I mean, it wasn't anyone special or anything, but Ozzie Smith All Star. Just the fact that we finally pulled one. The silver packs are so, they can be so good and so bad. It's crazy. Like anything, I suppose. And for the Cubbies, Adbert Azole, 59 of 499. Old Adbert Azole. Oh, you got it, Chris. What'd you think, man? It was awesome, right? There's a surprise for you. You didn't even know it. And there it just shows up at your door. And I put it in a nice case for you, too. I have tons of those stupid cubes around here from my son for home run balls and stuff. My son used to have this huge collection of home run balls in his room of his home runs from games. And then one year he was just like, you know what? I need balls. He's like, I need some more balls. And he saw these old home run balls sitting on a shelf. He's like, yeah, I'm going to use these. I was like, all right, go ahead. So I have like seriously like 30 empty cases, ball cases from old home run balls of his that he kept. Freddie Freeman All Star. That's why I look for any opportunity to use them. Oh, we're giving a ball out here. Wow, there's like 8 billion cards in this pack. And Kevin Kiermaier read for him, and he's excited. Look at him, man, pumped. 115 of 199. It's so funny. When my son was younger, I mean, my son's played baseball since he's 6 years old or whatever. He's in his senior year of high school. He's played 4 years of varsity in high school. He's good. I mean, he's a good ball player. He has offers to play in college, but I don't think he's going to. Not of any huge. It's not big on his list. Like it's not his number one priority. So I just don't think he's going to. That's for Jake. Um, but my son's half Filipino, and when he was young, he was really small, but he could hit the ball, and but like in little league and stuff. But he would always miss out on home runs. But then when he finally started hitting a few, oh my gosh, it was like the biggest thing ever. So they were in I think my son was like 10, if I remember right, and they were in a playoff game in this town called Ridley, which is a couple towns over from me. And Ridley usually beats the hell out of everyone. They're a very sports oriented town, just in general. They've had many like professional ball players come from that area and this and that over the years. They were always tough sledding for teams my son was on. And they were in this playoff game, and my son hit his first home run ever, like out over the fence, and I think, it was little league. It was like maybe 240 or something like that. But it was obviously a very big deal. It was a big deal. It was great. I mean, you watch a kid hit a home run. It's awesome, especially at 10 years old. But where their field is, and for those of you who aren't around here, will have no idea what I'm talking about, but a few will, is in a place called Tinicum. And there's this huge wildlife preserve there. Patino, Rainbow, and Tatis. And there's a huge lake there, like massive. And the whole area is protected as a wildlife and their baseball field literally backs up to it. So if you hit a home run over their home run fence, you have about 5 feet before it literally goes into a swamp, So, and then turns into the lake and whatever. So my son hits this ball, and it was like a game-winning hit. It was a big deal. They were all freaking out. Logan Webb generation now, and now of course my son wants the ball. And you're looking out there like, sounds like it's going down. Does it? Hold on. You hear me better now? Yeah, I might have moved away from me some. So, this ball was like in the swamp, and he's of course looking at me like, Dad, I want my home run ball. I'm just like, oh shit. How am I even not just go out and get it? I'm gonna get eaten by something out there trying to find it, but just trying to find the thing. The ball was gone, So he had this great coach when he was in Little League. He was the nicest guy ever. And the coach was like, "Oh, you can find it out there. Go ahead. You just go out there. I'm sure you'll find it. It's so important. You're going to find it. No problem. This, that, whatever." And I'm like, and I'm sitting here cursing this guy under my breath. Like, son of a bitch, why are you doing this to me? So I go out there and start looking around, just kind of like, what am I going to do here? And here the coach comes out like 2 minutes behind me and slides a ball into my hand from the game Posey. He's like, "Here, tell him this is the ball." I was like, and all of a sudden I bent over and like picked up a ball and like raised it above my head. Look, I found the ball. I've never even told my son this story to this day. He still believed that was the home run ball that he hit. I was like, why did we have to come all the way out here to do this? Look at this right here. There is an Andrew Jones 134 of 199 baseball stars auto for the Bravos. Keith, here you go, buddy. Nice one. Asked me to come out of retirement and play softball with him next year. Yeah, no, John, you're not up for it? Yeah, I wouldn't be either, believe me. There you go. Nice Andrew Jones for the Bravos. I'll never forget. He was so excited too. He's like, "Wow, you found that ball?" "Oh yeah, buddy. Yeah, no problem. I knew where it was the whole time. I just had to get to it." Sure I did. Tatis statistics. The thing you'll do for your children. You know what I mean? I'll keep that lie to my deathbed, probably. He still kept that. I think that's the one he still has on his shelf in there, is that first one. Like, he won't give that one up. Mark Colazavari, rookie for Cincinnati. For Robert. Oh, I didn't have my my mic, my MC setting on. Now it's a little better. There you go. There's so many stupid buttons on this thing. I should actually like maybe read the instructions on how to use it. I just screw around with it. What time we got? 10, 11. Scherzer 35th. Move a little bassy voice. Come on, Harper, hit one, man. Give us a little breathing room here. It's 1-0 game. Oh man, I forgot about the football game tonight. Should have bet. I have like 8 free bets from DraftKings I have to use up this week. Real breakers don't need it. Well, yeah, I never claimed to be a real breaker. I keep showing up and you guys keep showing up. There's a Will Clark short print for San Francisco. The San Francisco treat. Yeah. Yeah. It's from my San Francisco treat. What are these instructions you speak of? What is this large 100-page book that came with this? Like, I know anything about sound electronics. Just keep pushing the buttons until it sounds good. Ah, that sounds good. Let's go with that. New Star Wars show on Disney. Very exciting. Very exciting. I don't know if anybody's watched any of it yet, but I try to wait for them all to come out. Sometimes I'll watch the first one and then I beg off until they all come out. Miles Straw and Jack Flaherty Generation Now. I hate having to watch stuff week to week. Speaking of which, they're redoing, I don't know, especially any of you younger folks remember, but they've remade Quantum Leap, which is just like awesome to me. I loved Quantum Leap when I was a kid. I actually watched the first episode of it. It was pretty good. If you haven't had a chance to see it. New Casper? Julio Auto from where, Aaron? Out of here, out of series 2? O'Neill Cruz rookie? Yeah, we haven't seen one yet. The new Casper. What's that on? George Brett, the Royals die cut. Yeah, I only watched the new Game of Thrones you're talking about. I only watched the first episode of that. I haven't continued with it yet. Again, I'm waiting. Same with the Ring of Power. I only watched the first episode on Amazon. Yeah, I love all that stupid sci-fi fantasy stuff. That's my thing. So, Amazon or Disney Plus. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. Julio and a Spencer Strider in the same break. Nice. We just had a really nice Spencer Strider the other night out of Chrome. Spencer Strider. Josh Lowe, rookie Rainbow, and Kyle Lewis Generation Now. What, Rich, Quantum Leap? Quantum Leap was my favorite. I loved it. You know, I didn't realize this too. Dean Stockton, who was in, he just passed away like this past year. And they actually reference it in the first episode. I gotta be honest, I didn't even know they were remaking it. And I was looking for something this morning when I was at work. Like I always, when I work, I always put something on. I always have like one earphone in. I just need noise. Like most of the time, I don't even pay attention. Or a lot of times, it's something I've seen like 100 times. I don't want to. It's not. It's just like a distraction, around me. And I was looking for something, and I saw it was on Peacock. I was like, oh my gosh, I love you people. Yeah, it's funny too because after the first episode played, after then the original show came on, and I started watching those again. And Hank Aaron, wow, Braves doing all right from the '57 All-Star game, All-Star alumni card. You know what's weird? We haven't seen many of these in all the cases we've done. In the beginning, we did, but it's the first time in like honestly, it's been like probably 3 cases or so since we even saw one of these. Now we got 2 of them in this one. New Back to the Future. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I'll watch it for sure. Back to the Future and new one could be. See, the problem to me with any show being redone is it's either going to be great or horrible. There's no real in between. You know what I mean? And it's all based on how your feelings are on the first one. I mean, obviously Hollywood doesn't have an original idea left because there's so many channels and so much shit to watch out there these days. Like Colin Ryan, like when we were kids, I was talking to my son about this. This might be the first time in history where to be an actor is like a legitimate profession. Like, I mean, if you think about those of you who are like my age, like in your 40s or early 50s or whatever, like you think back to when we were kids and what we had for television. And to 76, Rosny Contreras, rookie. You know, you had 3 channels, and Fox was, I mean, when we were teenagers, Fox started coming around with some stuff, but really they just had a few shows on there. So you had 3 channels with basically 3 shows a night in prime time. That's 21 shows a week. Yeah, forget all the other crap that was on the stories and all that stuff. But I mean, for prime time. See, you think of how hard it was to become an actor or an actress back then to get on TV or whatever. Now it's like there's so much out there. I don't think there's enough people to fill all these roles. Like Mookie Betts All Star, like every little piece of crap streaming service that you've barely heard of has original shows. You know, well, we all are, aren't we? John, seriously. But like, you know, it's the first time, like I said, where like if your kid comes to you and goes, I want to be an actor, you got to be like, all right. Like, you know, I mean, you got a really good shot at being one these days. You know, they need people. But yeah, I think though, partially because of so many channels, so much content, I get confused. I can't even, my brain hurts when I look for something new. I tend to watch stuff I have already watched just because I know it was good, you know? There's so much out there to choose from these days. It's almost like hard, you know. You have to go off of people's recommendations, you know. Otherwise, you could waste half your life just watching bad television shows. I like Peacock though. They remake Quantum Leap. They're going to do another Battlestar Galactica. They're working on that now, which is absolutely I'm telling you, if you've never watched Battlestar Galactica from the early 2000s, one of the best shows ever made. I mean, it is really up there. It's so good. It was only 5 seasons, but it was really, really good. So they're apparently doing another one there too. Again, I am a huge sucker for sci-fi and all that type of stuff. I love that stuff. I know some people it's not their thing. But like Doctor Who or Orville and all those type of shows, I love that stuff. Lindor Sweet Shades. Come on, give us another short print before we're done here. And wow, the 71 Jake Cronenworth future stars for the Padres. For Andrew. There you go, buddy. So it was a 1 to 76 and 71 in the same box. Debated me on who would win in a fight, even Darth Vader. See, that would be my kind of discussion. I could get into that one. Oh man, the new Star Wars stuff is so good. That Obi-Wan Kenobi show was just incredible. Like, oh gosh. And then I was reading an article because people, of course, are like, are they doing another one? And apparently it was just a one-off, they're saying, but everybody who was in it is like, yeah, we'll do them. We'll do more. Oh, Contra. But Disney has made their money like fivefold off of that sale already in like less than 8 years or whatever. They paid $4 billion for all that stuff, like Star Wars, and they've made it, and Marvel and everything, and they've made it back like 3 times over already. It's nuts. But they keep putting good stuff out, so I'll keep watching it. I'm a sucker for a good Star Wars story. It's so funny too, because the kid who works for me, Jonah, um, Trey Turner, he's a massive Star Wars fan. And when he first, I've known Jonah his whole life. He's a friend of my son's, but he started working for me a couple months ago. He does sorting and shipping and stuff like that. And we started talking about it one day, and he started telling like all this stuff, like, telling me, oh, this guy and this guy. And I'm like, what in the world how do you know all this? What are you talking about? Like, oh no, that's Ken and this isn't blah, blah, blah. And he's the one who turned me on to the Clone Wars, Vado Home Run Challenge, the cartoon. And I'm like, wait a second. I was like, you watch this cartoon? He's like, you got to watch it. It's incredible, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, but that's where, and he's like, yeah, it's like the story, in between, basically the story of Anakin, Darth Vader before he goes bad, all the years as he was a Jedi up until then. I was like, all right. So I started watching it. And the first year I was like, the first season, I was like, it's okay. It's a little hokey, but then it starts getting more serious. And I'm like, wow, this show's really good. Like, I'm watching a cartoon. Not that there aren't a lot of good cartoons out there. It's just not usually kind of attracted to the cartoons and stuff. Like, I've watched Archer and a few of them, but it's not something I usually look for. But man, I learned a lot watching this stupid Clone Wars cartoon. You know what, Robert? Here's the crazy thing, right? I don't collect. I don't Star Wars stuff. But when I was a kid in the 70s, my father worked for a company called Strawbridge and Clothier. Now, Strawbridge's was a department store here in Philadelphia. It was like a regional department store. Think of like a Macy's or that, Lord and Taylor, those type of places. Back before, the May Company owned all of them like they do now. Department stores were very regional. And my father was a vice president of purchasing, buying, whatever they called it back then, for Strawbridge's. And they had contracts with the Star Wars stuff when it came out. So I used to get all this Star Wars stuff when I was a kid, everything. I had drapes, I had sheets, I had toys, I had this, I had that. And all that shit got thrown away. And I always think, my God, if I had that stuff. I mean, like Brad Miller 2022 for the Phillies, like I had like the original big like Millennium Falcon and all that. Those things sell for like crazy amounts of money now. I remember asking my mom, like, what do you know what you did with this stuff? She's like, throw it away somewhere. Like, oh, so crazy. That is awesome, man. I wish I had that stuff, believe me. I not just for the value of it, just the sentimental value of it too. Like, God, I was so into it when I was a kid. God, it was such a big deal when a Star Wars movie came out. Like, I was born in 73, so it was like right in my wheelhouse, like as a kid when Star Wars first started coming out. I was like 6 years old when the first one came out, and so on and so forth. Oh, I thought I was going to be a Jedi one day, my guy. And then I had this connect through my dad to get all this stuff. So it was like, but, my mother never quite understood the value of collecting. She just saw it as trash and threw everything away. Believe me, my baseball cards went right with it, too. They were probably in the same boxes, my baseball cards and all that Star Wars stuff that we had. Oh, sorry. As a Bradley sticker. Oh, yeah, Bradley's. Yeah, I remember Bradley's. All right, Silver Packs. Let's see what we got. And we'll do a quick hit recap and get out of here. All right. Teoscar Hernandez, Lopez, Griffey, and Jeets. Jeet. I'm loving it. All right. Siri, Reynolds, Alonzo, Polanco. All right. Piazza, Yastrzemski, Murphy, and Contreras. Come on, give us something, Silverbacks. Don't be so mean. Although we got that auto in the last set. So, yeah. Robinson, Eloy, Cronenworth, and O'Neill. All righty, guys. I want to thank everyone, as always, for joining us. Could not do this without you, and I truly, truly do appreciate it. If you're not in our Chrome break later tonight, we will be back on, what's today, Thursday? We'll be back Saturday. Bunches of other stuff. So if you'd like to join us, we would love to have you. Otherwise, please stay safe, stay healthy out there. And bear with me for a second while I do this. Yeah, so what do we end up having? Three short prints. Well, that's better. Relic. Phillies won one. Oh, did they? I have it on here, but I wasn't paying attention. All right, let's do a hit recap for 2022 Top Series 2, third hobby case break number 34. Call your shot, pick your shot. Wait, are we missing one? Did we only get 3? Wait a second. All right, I'll look around. I don't know. Maybe we only got 3. Stanton, Olsen, and Votto. I feel like we're missing. I must have it somewhere else. Okay. Just some rookies that I pulled out. Rainbows, Fortes, Mountcastle, Diplon, Peguero, and Josh Lowe. They'll all be top loaded, of course. Short prints. Shane Baz, rookie short print. That's a cool one. Lindor and Will Clark with the Legends variation short print. Numbered stuff. Andre Gimenez to 300 on the stat parallel. To 2022 Miller, Colo, Alvarez, Barnhart, Dickerson, Contreras to 76, Cronenworth to 71, Azalea to 49, Kiermaier to 199, and Tariq Skubal to 199. And then relics, we had a Hank Aaron All-Star patch and a Willie Mays All-Star patch. Mike Yastrzemski and the Andrew Jones autograph to 199. All right, Josh, I'll take a look and see if there was anything. If not, if you don't want the cards, it's fine. I'll just refund your shipping for you. It's not something I usually do, but we'll be happy to do that for you. Let me see. Who'd you have? The Royals and the Angels. All right. Well, I'll take a look through and see if there was anything. All right, guys. Again, thank you so much for joining me. I do appreciate it. Please hit that like and subscribe on your way out the door and go check out the website, chefsportscards.com. Tons of fun stuff over there. We'd love to break. And I will talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.